Hey there, my name is Frøg, and today I'm joined by the one and only s0und from OG Academy. How are you doing today? How are you feeling?
I'm actually feeling pretty good. It's the start of the season, and I'm pretty pumped for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's always really exciting. So for people who might not know you all too well, obviously you got your start in the Romanian scene. You played for some really notable teams when you think about it, like Game Agents and Nexus and All-Stars. What do you think of the Romanian scene? Was it a good place to kind of come up as a new up-and-coming player?
I think that it was a good place to come up as a player because the scene wasn't like... Nobody had a foundation. Like all of us started from nothing. Like we just had to make our own gameplay. We had to learn the game. Nobody was there to like learn us what's the basics of the game, and especially in Game Agents, which was my first professional team. It was like most of us were just like buggers. Like we had no idea how to play in a team.
Right.
But we made it work. And yeah, I think it was a good scene to start into.
Nice. I mean, the way I look at Romania right now is like, I just feel like it's one of the new hot spots for young and talented players, right? There's yourself, there's Regali, obviously, but there's even, Launex, Smek, Nori, Habibi, ZRKK. Like, there's so many people. With that said, do you feel like there's a bit of a rivalry maybe between yourself and other people within the scene, friends that are all trying to get to the top?
I am a competitive guy, but like most of the people you named before, like they're my friends also. So I think the rivalry is only there like when we are facing each other.
Right.
And I'm happy to see others like make it and have great success. But if I'm against them, like of course I'm gonna be ruthless.
Of course. So I suppose the switch to OG Academy is a bit of a no-brainer, right? It's the next step in your career. I imagine that's super exciting. But how has the transition from a Romanian lineup to an international lineup been? Do you feel like you're kind of settling in? Is the communication a little difficult at times?
I think I've had a long break. Like before getting into OG, I had a long break because I was really keen on going into an international team. And like in that break I bugged a lot, and I was like playing Facets mostly like premium, and like I was speaking a lot of English, and also playing like mixes on cash cups and other like qualifiers, and that really helped me like get a good start into like this English speaking kind of formula. And I think it wasn't like a bad transition. Like we're still working at it, everyone, like each one of us, because nobody really came from like an English speaking roster. Maybe Marix, I'm not sure. And yeah, I think it's still good and it's getting better.
Yeah. Can you speak a bit about the different personalities on your team? Is somebody more serious? Is somebody more of like the jokester? Who's who on this team?
I think it's pretty clear who's the jokester. Because let's say I just busted my best moves in the last season.
Yeah.
And yeah, I always like to bring a good mood to the team, and I think that's pretty important in like every team setting to have a good mood. But I think each one of us has like all of the specific elements. Like each one of us can joke around, each one of us can like be serious at the required times, and yeah, I think like the best part of it is like we can balance it out.
What is your greatest strength? It could be inside of the server, it could be outside of it, where you're a bit, as you say, a bit more focused on the team spirit, shall we say. What do you think really makes you stand out?
I think in a team setting, like I really think like the mood is important, and I always try to set it, and I think that's a good like alibi of mine, like that I can bring into any team that like I fit in. And inside of the server, I think like my aim, because I've always like been an aimer and always like liked playing aggressive and showing off. So yeah, mostly what helps in these team scenarios like is the good mood.
Who do you look up to in CSGO? Do you sort of have a role model, somebody that you really look up to?
I don't really have someone that I look up to, like, but I do take notes from everybody, like everybody that's more successful than me. Like there's a reason behind it, and of course I'm gonna like try to learn what I need to do better. I try to like see if one player is better because of their confidence, one player is better because of their decision game, and maybe like the closest to a role model I have in CS is maybe Nico. Yeah.
Nice. What do you like to do in your free time outside of CSGO? Or are you solely dedicated to the grind? You know, we'll catch you at 4 a.m. playing FPL or something?
Definitely not FPL, no, I'm not invited.
Well.
And, but outside of the game, like I like to hang out a lot. Like I like to like detach myself sometimes, but I'm also a grinder. You're gonna see me at 4 p.m. on 4 a.m. actually. You're gonna see me on a DM server, like not maybe FPL, but on a DM server. That's where you find me.
Nice.
And yeah, the rest of it is maybe like watching some sports, like something like this, going out, basic stuff.
Okay. So how do you feel after your first season of Academy League, and what are you maybe looking to do differently this time around in Season 5?
First season of Academy for me was like new grounds. I had to settle in and see what other people are doing it, like how other people are doing it, how other people are playing here. Like I didn't really know, how can I say, my opponents, and I wasn't really like used to playing in an international team. But like this time around, like I want to bring more confidence. I want to like feel like the game is in our hands like most of the time, which didn't happen last season, but it was mostly because we were a new roster.
Yeah. And as a final closing question, I like to ask everyone this, but where do you see yourself in a year's time?
I'm not like, it's funny because I'm not a long goal like achiever. Like I like to set like short-term goals, take it on because it's much realistic. But like in a 1 year, like I don't have a goal, but I do hope that like I take it to the next level, maybe get onto the Tier 1 scene.
Yeah. I mean, I hope it works out for you, man. You're certainly very talented. I was very impressed both with your out-of-game shenanigans, but also in-game, the headshots, with the AK, the deagle. Really talented player. So best of luck with this season. I hope you guys are able to do some damage, and looking forward to seeing some of your games.
Thank you.